Thanks for sharing the podium with me for a few minutes. Good morning. I hope y'all are having a great morning. I went to the coffee truck, so I am good to go. That was one of the best lattes. It's really, I get oat milk. Have y'all ever had one with oat milk? It makes it creamier. I love it. So my name is Ashley Collins, and I've been talking about jail ministry while I've been here. And I've talked a lot about what women have learned in jail. I'm going to just share a few things that I've learned in jail. I thought I was going to go in and be the teacher, but I think I've learned a lot more from these ladies than they've ever learned from me. And I have learned a few, some might say useless things. I do know how to make a burrito out of a lot of commissary snacks. Some things that you don't even want to know that can go in a burrito, they put in a burrito. I did learn the hard way. You're not supposed to bring chewing gum or chewy candy in because they could take it back to their cells and lock and jam the door locks, and it makes it a whole issue for the officers when they jam the locks. Because I used to bring in Halloween candy, and I was like, have all the parents out there, here are your kids, you can have 5 pieces, and then I'm going to take the rest. So I would take it to the jail and share it with the women. Then they said, you can't bring any chewy things because they will jam the locks up. But a few things, some useful things I have learned is patience. I don't know who likes to wait. Anyone like to wait in here? I know I do not like to wait, but sometimes these women are waiting on a lawyer's visit, a court date for years. So they're sitting in jail with a charge or charges. They haven't been proven guilty or innocent, but they're waiting on that court date. And so they're just waiting for that call. And they've taught me a lot about patience because sometimes I want things right away. Sometimes we ask God and we're like, okay, God, I want this microwave speed. But God's like, nope, we're going to do it a crock pot speed because He knows that the crock pot, if you wait those 8 hours, that meal is going to be fantastic. In the microwave, it'll be okay. And so God sometimes makes us wait for things for His glory. So they have definitely taught me how to wait patiently. Another thing is sometimes I can't say this word, vulnerability. So when I go in, I might not have done drugs before. I might not have struggled with some of the sins, but I struggle with sin, right? It might be different struggles. And so when we go in, we're on the same playing field. We're going to lay our sins out on the table and we're going to talk about it. We're going to hold each other accountable for it. So again, sometimes when I went to church, me sin? No. My children, they're perfect, just like our Christmas card that we send. We take 200 pictures and there might be one. You think, well, this looks like everyone is smiling in it. Or on the way to church, y'all hush before we get to church. I know I've done that with my kids before. But again, when you talk about sin and talk about struggles, you can work through that. And they've taught me that, hey, let's just get it on out there. Let's talk about it. Let's ask for forgiveness when it's needed and give forgiveness when it's needed. And the third thing is surrendering control. We serve a sovereign God, a God who is infinite from before the beginning and after the end, right? So they don't have hardly any control. They don't control when they wake up. They have to wake up for med call about 3:30 in the morning, 4 a.m. Then they have breakfast maybe about 5:30. And then they have cleaning cart. They have dinner maybe at 4:30, and then they don't eat again till the next morning. They don't get to say, well, I'm going to wake up at this time or I'm going to clean at this time. They are told exactly what to do. And so, again, they're under that authority, just like we're under the authority of a sovereign God. So why not let God be in control of what He can control, and we can control what we can control? And so, again, these individual women have opened up my eyes to a lot of things that I struggled with. I didn't know that I struggled with. And so I've been doing this for 14 years, and these women are my people. They are my small group. Even though the participants have changed, I've had this small group for over 14 years, and I'm so glad that God put me in their life. So the reality is that the burdens, we don't shout those from the rooftops. We don't come in and declare, I'm struggling with this, but we should, because if we're all believers, then we are going to share struggles and need to be held accountable. And so Jesus Christ died for our sins on the cross and rose again so that we can be forgiven and we can forgive other people. And so as I close, I just want to let y'all know that, I went in with a judgmental heart and judgmental eyes, but God opened my eyes and my heart to these women. We're all different in good ways and bad ways. We've all made mistakes. But God died for all of us, not just this sin or this sin, but for all sin. So let's remember that when we're out in our community or out at church, we might see someone struggling, and go ask them, how can I help you today? And maybe share a struggle with you to kind of open up that conversation. And if we have time, do y'all have any questions about jail or prison ministry that I can answer for y'all? No questions? All right. Well, I will turn it over to you.